Welcome to week 5. Basically what you want to do before you start anything, if you made it to week 5, is to give yourself a pat on the shoulder, because most people don't go past week 1 or 2. Like with every class, I'm going to explain exercises first, then I will want you to do this follow along with me. This is why my videos are a little bit longer than your average follow along videos, because I do like to explain things for you to do it the right way as opposed to just following along and mimicking movement. For the first exercise, I'm going to be demonstrating it in this kneeling position, but you guys don't necessarily have to. If you feel better doing it in the standing position, by all means, do it in the standing position. And I'm going to start with the cars. We finished off with those spine cars at the end of the previous week. We're going to start with them in this week, okay? So create tension here, and then from here, flex down. Remember last week's training. Do it segmentally. Once you find your end, give it a little bit more of a squeeze, and then we're going to rotate, bend to the side, and extend one vertebrae at a time. If you've done your homework last week, you're going to be doing these flawlessly. If you still have a hard time with awareness, then I would definitely recommend going to the previous week and practicing it a little bit more before you progress to week 5. This is one full rep. We're going to go for the second rep. Rotate to the side, bend, extend, rotate, lateral bend, and flex. Okay, now with this exercise that I'm about to give you guys, you will need an immovable object. So you can go in front of your bed, you can go in front of your couch, you can go in front of your coffee table, or a side of a door. I don't really care, but I just need something that is not going to move when you're trying to create that rotation with your spine. Now for this, I'm going to put a heavy ass kettlebell on it so I make sure it doesn't move. Like with every exercise, I'm first going to explain this, then I want you guys to do it with me, okay? You're going to get in the quadruped position, and which from the side kind of looks like this. And you're going to grab this and you're going to pull this arm underneath the other one, and then see how I'm allowing this shoulder to go forward and drop down to the floor like this. This motion will passively pull me into some rotation in my T-spine. If you see it from the side angle, this motion is happening, okay? I'm kind of counterbalancing with this other arm if I need to. And if you don't have access to that much rotation, that is completely okay, because you can put a yoga block under here and you can elevate this as much as you need. So you can go here or put another block on top, so when you go down, you can just hold in this position. Because remember, it's not about getting more, it's about just creating more. So if you're limited and you just force yourself into a position that is going to be uncomfortable for you for the long duration of time that we're going to spend time here, probably not worth it. We're going to apply pails and rails for rotation. And this is a tricky one, because when you're here and we hold a 2-minute stretch and I'm asking you to apply pails and rails, a lot of people like to pull with their arms, okay? But I don't want you to pull with your arms. This is a spine movement, so my arm is just hooked in that area. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to rotate with my spine, with that segment of the spine that I feel that stretching, okay? So it's just rotation of the spine. As a result of you trying to rotate, you're going to feel a pull because your arm is hooked onto that. Pails is going to be rotating this way. Rails is going to be rotating the other way and trying to essentially push this object a little bit over that way when you're in that position. So that's going to be the pails and rails contraction. Immediately after, you're gonna grab a band and attach it to this area. Now you're gonna turn to the other way. So if I did pails and rails with this arm, for this exercise, you have to kind of turn around and do it because we're just trying to get rotation again on that side, okay? I'm gonna show you from the front how it would look like, and I'm gonna adjust this, but you have to go far enough to do this exercise so you can feel that resistance from this band. I'm gonna do it here for the first set so you guys see, because I'm gonna go outside of the angle. But essentially what you wanna do is you wanna go a little bit further so this pulls you a little bit more. You're going to put this band in your elbow or both of your elbows. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna flex, rotate completely towards that side, and then bend to the side, extend one vertebrae at a time, hold it here. We're not gonna go to the other side anymore. We're just gonna do half repetitions of cars, and once we ever reach rotation, we try to fight for some more rotation on that side, okay? So we're gonna do a set of pails and rails here, turn around, move a little bit further away from that object so this band pulls, do that exercise, then we're gonna do the other side and rinse and repeat, okay? One set only. Ready? Get in position. And hold. Now what you can do here too is you can rock your body forward or rock your body back a little bit. So you can see if you can find a little bit more of a pull and a tug. And we're just gonna hold it here and relax for the duration of that 2 minutes. Thirty more seconds. And some of you might be really tight here, right? So definitely you want to elevate with that yoga block if that's the case. Okay, ready? Give me 10% pails, trying to rotate with the spine. The hand is just the hook. Give me 20%. Give me 30%. Give me 40%. And hold. Fifteen more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rails. 40% only. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Attach the band Create a lot of tension. Everywhere is tense. We're gonna go 3 reps. Squeeze, rotate, rotate, fight. Now go lateral bend, extend. Pause here. Again, flex, rotate, lateral flexion, extension, flex, rotate, good. That's it. Now we're gonna do the other side. Other side, same thing, straight to it, pails and rails after a 2-minute stretch. Then I'm gonna put this guy on the other side, do the rotations from this side, okay? But you don't have to, you just turn around. All right, let's time you and let's get rocking and rolling. Let's go. Gonna move away. Find the stretch. If you find a spot that is tender, work around it. We don't want you to feel any pain, right? Get that rotation in the spine. You can press this hand into the floor and push the floor that way, and that is going to get you a little bit more passive rotation, okay? Or like this, and push this away. But I like it better like this. I get a little bit better passive rotation. 1 minute left. Then we're going to do a 40%er. Hopefully the microphone didn't dig into my beard and made the sound weird, but we shall see. You got 30 more seconds left. I'll put this guy here so I don't have to turn around every time. Ten more seconds. Okay, let's go 10%. Pull in with the spine. It's very easy to start pulling with the arm. And in fact, I just did it right now and I caught myself. So give me 20%, just the spine. And it's okay to come up if you can feel it. You can feel it a little bit better. 30%. Yeah. 40. And let's hold that guy. Yeah, when I come up, I feel it much better. I really feel it in that spot. When I'm all the way down, not so much. So play around with it. 20 more seconds. But when you hit that right, God damn it, it feels good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rails. 40%. This one I had to remind myself too, because I was going definitely 80%. 20 more seconds at 40. 12 seconds left. Great. Ready? Let's get them. 3 reps. Flex down. Segmentally. Rotate. Keep rotating. Yes, get a millimeter more. Lateral bend. Extend. Resist that rotation. Don't let it go to the other side. Fight, fight, fight. Good. Give me one more. There you have it, the spine portion. After that, what we're gonna do here is work on some shoulder blade stuff. Now in the beginning, I'm just gonna warm up your shoulder blade doing a quadruped scapula car, which is basically where you are in this position, and we're gonna just do our shoulder blade cars, which is retraction, elevation, protraction, and depression. We're going to do this for 5 reps per direction, and afterwards we're going to get here. I want you to really allow your spine to rotate first. Don't just do this, right? Allow the spine to rotate. Then you can anchor your hand to the side. If that's hard for you and your hand can't reach the ground, you can put a yoga block here to anchor it. And from here, I'm going to do, again, 5 repetitions of shoulder blade cars from this side. Then I'm going to ask you to do 5 repetitions of shoulder blade cars on the other side, which you just have to flip over, but I'm going to just put this on the other side for the sake of the camera. Okay, so let's get to it. Get in this quadruped position, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together. Remember, we don't want any spine extension or excessive spine flexion. We just want retraction, depression, elevation, and protraction of the scapula. Try to keep the movement smooth. Try to keep the elbows out of it. And just develop better motor control on how these guys are moving. Now we're going to retrace our steps. Let's just elevate up. Two more reps. Okay, now let's go ahead, grab that band that you had against that object and pull that guy up all the way here. Now, let the band kind of guide you in that rotation. Go that way, but the band kind of guides you too. Now, once you reach here, you can put that hand on that object that you put or on the ground. And let's go 4 to 5 reps, actually, 5 reps of scapula cars in rotation. Okay, it's gonna feel a little bit different. Don't push through any sketchy parts. Let's go elevate, retract, depress, and protract. It is very easy for you guys to want to bend your elbows, but don't. Allow the movement to come from your shoulder blades. Now let's retrace the steps. Give me one more. If you need to move further away to get a little bit more resistance, be my guest. There we go. God, that feels good. Okay, now again, another set of shoulder blade cars on the ground. Then we're gonna get it to the other side. Let's go retraction. Keep a steady pace. Now retrace those steps. Let's go from retraction to protraction. Elevate. All right, now we're gonna do that scapula car from the other side. Again, grab that band, allow it to guide you into more rotation. Once you get there, either anchor your arm to the ground or get a little object, okay? You can move a little bit further away and maintain that rotation of your spine. Then let's move depression, retraction, elevation, protraction. Depression, retraction, elevation. Maintain that pace. 2 more reps. Never pushing through any position that is causing you pain. Now, let's retrace our steps. Let's go forward, up, back, down. Forward, up, back, down. One more time. Forward, back, down. One more time. Forward, up, back, down. Okay. That goes for the scapula movements that we're gonna do in this class. It's super important for you to really try to keep everything still in rotation as you're moving your shoulder blades that way. Trying to give it as much stimulus as you can in various positions of your spine and your shoulders and everything else, like I've been training you to do all throughout the previous 4 weeks of your training. So if you couldn't get it the first time, it's okay, don't beat yourself up. It's gonna take time for you to build that awareness in this new position. And the next movement we're gonna do is gonna be internal rotation of your shoulder. But instead of the sideline position and the other positions that we've done so far, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you a new variation. Maybe this is gonna be your new favorite variation to work on internal rotation. Maybe you feel it a little bit better than all the other positions that I've taken you through so far. So give it a little try, and if you like another variation better and you think your body needs that more, do that variation when you're doing this class the next time, okay? So from there, from this position, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place my arm onto the ground or a yoga block, okay? I put something soft underneath it. I'm putting those yoga knee pads that I have underneath, but you don't necessarily have to. But it's not a bad idea because you're holding a 2-minute stretch here. From here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get you into your end range of motion for 2 minutes. We're gonna hold that 2-minute stretch. And after the 2-minute stretch, the pales contraction in this position would be you trying to go this way, okay? But you're not allowing that motion to happen. The rails is you trying to actively go into more internal rotation, okay? So let's hold that position for 2 minutes and then we're gonna go. One more minute. "30 seconds. And I know these 2-minute stretches are annoying for you guys, but it's necessary in the beginning. So be patient. 15 seconds. All right, let's get to it. Give me 10%. Give me 20%. Give me 30%. Give me 40. Give me 60%. And hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rails. 60%. Hold it for another 15 seconds. That feels good though. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, relax. Now, explore and see if you can go a little bit deeper for a couple of repetitions. Now, keep that position, okay? Go all the way back into external rotation. Go all the way back into internal rotation. Let's go 4 reps. Last one. Dope. Now, let's switch to the other side. Now, 2-minute stretch. Let's find. And hold. Make sure the scapula is not like all the way up like this. Keep it pinned down. You got a minute left. And throughout this 2-minute stretch, you're trying to relax. Lose any sense of tenseness that you have in your body. 4 seconds in, 8 seconds out, breathe in, breathe out. Relax your nervous system. 20 seconds left. Okay, give me 10%. Give me 20%. Give me 30. Give me 40. Give me 50. Give me 60. And hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rails. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay. Now, give me rotations. That's 1. 3 more. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Okay. There we have it. internal rotation. Now we're going to work on external rotation. The way I'm going to work on external rotation is pretty much the same, but I'm going to put an object in front of this hand and move my body away from it. That way I'm going to get into more passive external rotation. That object should be something heavy. You can do it against the wall, not the wall, against the corner of a wall, and you can do it against a coffee table or an edge of something. Okay, so the way we're going to do it, or if you're at the gym, you can do it by the edge of a rig, right? And the way it's going to happen is, I'm going to use this kettlebell as an example. I'm going to place my hand on the ground here, okay? And then the more I rotate this way, the more external rotation I am in, all right? So here, less external rotation. Here, my end range external rotation, okay? So that's the way we're gonna go about it. I'm gonna hold this stretch for 2 minutes. Then I'm gonna do pails, which is driving my arm into that object, and then rails, trying to lift my arm off that object. It's gonna be impossible to lift it off if you're truly at your end range, but only the tissues responsible are going to engage. And imagine if this is a scale, you want to see a decrease on the number on that scale when you lift off. However, if you can go all the way here, do the pails, and not really feel anything on the rails, well, then what I want you to do is to go a little bit, decrease the angle a little bit so you can actually feel stuff working. And gradually, then you can come a little bit deeper. Okay, so let's get started. Grab an object, okay? Place your hand here, okay? And then let's move away from it. Then we're gonna hold a 2-minute stretch. And you know, you can put something on here so it can kind of ease the tension that you feel if you're like this, right? So you can just chill in that 2-minute stretch as opposed to just being tense, because that's a very important part. I don't want you to be tense. I just want you to chill. Let the tissues relax. Breathe. Okay. 1 more minute. Deep breaths so you can really try to calm down that area if it's a big stretch for you. And you can just kind of push your body weight to this elbow that's on the block so you can just decrease tension on that other arm too. All right, 10 more seconds, guys. All ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 10% pails, driving the palm into the kettlebell, trying to create internal rotation. Now let's drive it up to 20%. Let's drive up to 30%. Let's drive up to 40%. Let's drive up to 50. Now remember, as we reach 60, you create tension everywhere. Let's get to 60 and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch to rails. Don't change any orientation in your body. Just apply force with that shoulder. Try to lift your palm off that kettlebell. It's going to be impossible, but the tissues responsible are going to respond to that effort. That effort is what's going to create change in that shoulder. Now relax. Take a breath in. Relax your body. Try to turn your body away from that kettlebell again to get a little bit more passive range of motion in that shoulder. If you can. It's not the end of the world. If you can't go further, just relax and just explore that range, even if it's a millimeter or more. Great. Now, we're going to get out of it and then switch to the other side. Just hold. And, you know, if it's too heavy for you, that stretch in the beginning, you can just decrease it a little bit. And as the time goes by, you'll see throughout that 2 minute, you're able to go a little bit further, right? So be patient with it because 2 minutes is quite a bit for you to explore these things. Why didn't I do that sooner? Having my elbow on the ground actually makes this feel a lot better. So then again, that's why you just don't mimic stuff online. Explore it for yourself to see what position feels better for you, right? There we go. See, I'm constantly trying to look for tension. I just moved this a little bit. I lost tension, so I was like trying to look for it. So this is very important when you're training your body. You got to be very intuitive with it and to see what am I feeling a stretch here? Am I feeling any sort of tension? Am I feeling anything getting loaded? So ask yourself these questions. And as you build more awareness in these specific areas, you'll be able to be more in tune with your body too when doing these exercises. Because like feeling the right sensations and just looking to apply tension where it matters really matters. Okay, we got 8 seconds left. Let's go 10%. Pails driving the palm into the kettlebell, trying to move the kettlebell out of the way. Let's go 20%. Let's go 30%. 40. 50. 60 and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and give me rails for 15 seconds. Try to lift off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now to finish it off, let's finish off strong with some shoulder blade cars, spine cars, and shoulder cars. For the shoulder blade cars, I'm going to give you a little bit more of a challenge if you're up for it. Don't do it at a compensation of pain or breaking your form. Quality over quantity. But if you have the strength and if you're feeling strong, by all means, let's get to it. Let's get into push-up position, okay? And do our scapula cars from here, 3 reps per direction. Retrace your steps. Now let's get you in the kneeling position, or you can just be here if this is impossible for you, or put something on your butt, or you just even do it standing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have your arms behind you, right? Like this, and this is the variation of a spine car I want you to do. Create some tension, flex as much as you can. Now rotate. Lateral bend, extend, rotate to the other side, lateral bend, fully flex. Keep your hips out of it. Now get into the middle position. We're going to do 2 repetitions only of shoulder cars. Squeeze your shoulder blades back, externally rotate, open, rotate, 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 bend the elbows, relax. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, internally rotate away from your lower back, external rotation, go all the way up, place it on your head. 1 more rep. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, externally rotate away, rotate, 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 place it on your lower back, relax. Retrace your steps 1 last time. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, internally rotate, open up, all the way up, and put it behind your head. And there you have it, week 5 of the 6-week shoulder reset. I hope you enjoyed it half as much as I enjoyed it filming it for you. And if you found value and you haven't subscribed yet, go do your joints a favor and hit that subscribe button. Like, share, and send it to someone who desperately needs it. And stay tuned for week 6. Till then, stay supple.